Show podcast. I'm Jaxson Hibbard along with my co-host Kirkland May. We are joined today by Will Blake, a student here at Marion County High School. So we're going to kick it off with basically what do you not do? Because you're involved in a lot of stuff here at the high school. So could you just say a couple things about your academics or athletics?
Yeah. So I'm with with sports. I played soccer. I've played it for several years now, since 7th grade when they would let me. And then this year I'm starting to play tennis because I figured it's something to do in the spring. And then I was briefly part of the swim team. And then with things like academics, I was on the academic team, and I'm with the mock trial team.
Well, you said something about the swim team. How long were you on the swim team?
It was a very brief period. It was 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Of course, you're still on it.
I am. I remember you. So, your academic team, y'all recently had a competition. What did you compete in at it?
I was in 3 things. I took a social studies test, an arts and humanities test, and then I was on the quick recall team.
Did you place in any of them?
Yeah, all 3. We did very good at district. The entire Marion County team did. I was first, actually, I should say, I tied for first with Jeb Hughes in social studies. I was second in arts and humanities, and then our quick recall team, we won district overall.
So what's your next competition? What's it going towards? Is it like moving towards like a regions or a state or something like that?
That's exactly what it is. We're going to region this Saturday, actually. So we'll compete, I believe, in Nelson County with region. And then if we place top 2 or top 5 in any of our tests there, we'll go to Louisville for state.
That's pretty cool.
So you said you're on the mock trial team. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, could you just briefly explain that?
Yeah. So basically, it's a team of usually 7 people. You have 3 attorneys who act out a case, and they have to make a lot of stuff up on the fly, and it's a very difficult job. And then you have 3 witnesses who have memorized their point of view of a case, and they're called to the witness stand, and they have to answer. They have to testify essentially like an actual court. Of course, everything's pre-prepared. It's rehearsed. But there's a lot of improv, and there's a lot of stuff you got to figure out on the fly, and it's very competitive, especially in certain regions of the state.
So in your eyes, what's the hardest part of mock trial? What's the hardest job, being the witness, the attorney? What is it?
Definitely the attorney. Witnesses, everything's pre-rehearsed. It's your job to throw people off. The attorney's the person who's getting thrown off, and it's a lot.
What do you do in it?
This most recent year, I was a witness. I was the plaintiff, actually.
What do you enjoy about it or don't enjoy?
I think it's good experience. I'm sure it'll look good on resumes and applications and that kind of thing. But it's really enjoyable, and I think it's very true to real world experiences. Court's something we'll all have to experience.
So real world experiences. Are you expecting to go into a lawyer field or something within that region?
It's definitely something it's the top of my list right now and things I'm considering.
Okay. So you said you're involved in soccer, tennis. You were involved for swim. Out of those 3, which one is coming up first? I know swim's finishing.
Swim is just finished. Tennis is actually practice to start today. So you guys picked a good day for that. And then soccer conditioning has kicked off as of last week. So everything's kind of starting up at once.
So is this your first year of tennis?
It is, yes.
So
don't quiz me too hard.
So what's your favorite part about soccer?
There's a lot. I mean, I've played it since I was 5. So, I mean, everything. I mean, the people are great. Henry Mattingly, Jake behind the camera there, they're all players you play. The people are all great. And, I've known them for 3 years now. So I'd say that's probably it.
So we're going to go a little outside of school, and off camera we were talking a little bit. Noticed you played the guitar. Could you talk about that a little bit?
I do. I've played for probably going on 4 years now. I started off playing, just kind of taught myself some stuff, and then I started, playing live with some people. I played the drums before that, but I picked up the guitar, and I think I've gotten better with that. And now I take lessons and play jazz with Campbell University.
Do you sing?
Not live.
Not live. Have you ever tried to pick up a girl with the guitar?
Man, it doesn't work as well as you think it is. I mean, it really doesn't. But I'm practicing.
You're practicing. Okay.
Do you have a favorite song that you like to play on the guitar?
It changes a lot. Like I said, as of right now, I'm playing a lot of jazz for this guy I go to up in Lexington. That's what I was doing last night, actually, and there's just jazz standards in general. They're really fun to play on guitar. So I couldn't tell you an exact song.
All right, so moving into like clubs at the high school, what clubs are you in?
Yeah. So the biggest one's Beta, and that's the one I definitely spend the most time with.
What do you do? Like, what is your role in Beta?
Well, I'm not like an officer or anything, but when we go to state and actually eventually with nationals, I take academic testing, which is very similar to the academic team. I'm involved in group talent, which plays off of that whole guitar thing, and then just music in general. And then as coming off of music, I'm on the musicology team, which is, if you know what quick recall is, it's like that, but with music, music terminology, music theory, and pop culture.
Going off that musicology, we have some questions for you today. So, could you name the top song in 2007 on Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna say 2007. No, I couldn't.
It's Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
Oh, good song.
So we're going to the year that you were born. Could you name the top artist that year?
2006. Didn't Kanye have a big album that year? No, I don't think he did. Somebody's telling me no behind the camera. I don't want to say
Hey, no
Beyonce
outside
again.
help. No outside help.
I'll say Beyonce again.
No,
Wrong
it was
again.
Chris Brown.
Wow.
Okay, so what is Stevie Wonder's most played song?
It's between three. I would say his oldest of the three is Superstition. So I'd say that's probably it.
That is correct.
I got one.
And with us today, we actually have a guitar to play a song.
Did you steal this from Officer Smith? That is horrible. It's like I can't like get under it. Maybe.
There you go. Give you a little extra room.
Can you hear that? I don't know how long we need to do this.
Probably not too much longer, but you can do
Here,
it.
take this away from me. Thank you, Officer Smith.
So, in musicology, how did y'all do at Beta for that?
We won.
Y'all won?
First in the state, and we'll be going to nationals in Louisville this year. So that's fun.
So I know you said it's kind of like the academic team, but I really don't know how it works. Go through like the day of musicology.
Well, it's all in all, it's this year I think it was like a 1 hour thing. You know, not to toot our own horn, but the team we made pretty fast work of it. We played 3 competitions. Well, we actually, let me say, before that we took a test. We placed top 8 in said test. We were actually second, and we had the fastest time. And then from there, we were in a 8-man bracket, so think like the Elite 8 of March Madness, and we won all 3 of our games pretty comfortably, I think.
So do they have a winner's bracket, and then if you lose, you get a second chance, or you're just out?
Single elimination.
It's single elimination, one and done.
One and done.
Okay.
Is there like a specific topic in musicology that you really like? When you hear that question, it just clicks in your head. And...
For me, my job on the team is 2 things: music theory, and then anything I'd say pre-90s. Like we have a couple girls, Laurel Cocker and Mia Mattingly. They're more post-2000, and then of course Henry Mattingly, who's with Nightway Media, is also on the team, and he kind of covers the same range as me.
Alright, so we're getting to the end of our questions. Do you have anything positive that you could tell the audience today?
You thinking like a quote?
Just a quote or something you enjoy, or just...
Well, I would say something that connects. It's you guys know who Brian Scalabrine is?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
White Mamba himself. He has a quote that says, "No matter how bad you think I am, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me." And I think what I'm really getting from that is if you push yourself hard enough, like he's playing in the NBA, it's the biggest league. He is one of the greats. You know, he's one of the greatest basketball players of his era. So I think if you're pushing yourself too hard, don't over push yourself. You know, if you're already up there with the best, don't stress.
Okay.
So, thank you all for listening to the late night show/podcast. And remember, Knights Nation, let's ride.
Let's ride.